Anubis.
Yes, this is G2's chance to turn it all around and long out this series after all. Their Ancient might have fallen flat, but here on Anubis, G2 have done some fantastic work. So let's see what they can get up to on their T side. The clash between Hooksy and Cadian. And it seems like Liquid have done their homework. Teed up nicely for an A play. They're going to look to come through with aggression eventually. You don't want to maintain this forever. Right now, G2 are keeping options open with nexa making a bit of noise over at main, but then they're going to creep up over towards Dark. So actually, this stack not well placed for Liquid after all. It's looking to get bypassed entirely as G2 hit the go button on this B play. YEKINDAR has got to hold the line, and it's just him. Twistzz is there to back him up from the spawn, but YEKINDAR's hung out to dry, and so that will be a plant for G2 teed up.
Yeah, YEKINDAR kind of risks the whole round on his engagements going through that smoke instead of playing the full retake. Liquid now have no kit. They needed him to get a couple of kills, and without it, they might be in trouble. It's a nice opener. Twistzz pokes his head out from spawn as well, but Hunter's on the wrap around the world, rather. They come flying back. Nice shot from Cadian. Leaves just two inside of the site, and they're just fighting for their life, fighting for the round. It's only m0NESY. Can Money see? Can Money do? We're about to find out. 1v2. They're running him down. This is ugly, but it's Liquid on the pistol. YEKINDAR or not, they win it 4v5 without a kit.
I want to say as well, right, there's actually a huge moment there where Twistzz over towards the spawn has a Molotov in the pistol, which is, or an incendiary in the pistol, which is crazy. Yeah. He lobs that over, and that's what actually buys them the time to retake from that A flank in the first place. It denied that bomb plant, bought them a few extra seconds. And in the end, it's worth its weight in gold, because as you say, they're retaking with no kit. It comes down to the wire somewhat, with m0NESY able to delay it from the back of the site. If that bomb goes down any earlier, they probably don't win the round. So, yeah, nicely done from Liquid to find success in a 4v5.
We always call pistol rounds 50-50, random, things like that, but I actually like how Liquid have played these two CT pistol rounds in the sense of them putting three-man stacks on either bomb site. They did it on Ancient A site, they did it on Anubis A site. It just means if you get run into, if you hit that 50-50 right, you should maul them. Now, they didn't on Ancient, but I just like the gamble. You're not relying on one player popping off against Glocks. You're relying on, you know, a setup, a bait and switch, multiple CTs in the same position. So Liquid are trying to bring some, or something to rely on, I guess, into a very difficult round, which is a CT pistol. It's a shocking win, though. G2 come in with a force buy. m0NESY on the AK. NiKo Galil. So G2 definitely still deadly in this second round as they crawl through middle with the bomb. That is a lucky time to call round not live. We'll see if it goes through. There hasn't been. Okay. No, the round is live.
Oh, it is. It is.
It is definitely live.
Oh, and they will lock it in. Convincingly done.
So I don't know what happened there. It's her typing and some knives get pulled. But it felt like Liquid called that.
Yeah, Liquid did. YEKINDAR lagged out, and then they won the round anyway.
YEKINDAR actually crashed. She won it 4v5. I wonder what... I don't know. It's not my decision, luckily. I'm glad I'm not an admin. Good luck.
I think you just take it, surely.
Yeah,
You're like,
I mean, I'm sure Liquid take it, but if they called not live and then they win the round...
It was like, no, it is live. And he runs out through camera thinking he's going to have his moment. And then...
Some damage done. I don't know how it works. All I know is Liquid win that round. Somehow. And again, 3A stack. Nice setup. They re-aggress on A main.
And again, they win it without YEKINDAR.
There seems to be a trend here. All right, we can ride it off, maybe.
He's back. He's in.
And we've refreshed, and Liquid do have that round, folks, so... It's a bit awkward for G2. They missed the smoke on the B site anyway. And then into the heavily grouped Liquid on A.
having so much success with YEKINDAR. We've just removed him from the HUD entirely.
You're cut. We're fine with 4v5.
Oh.
Anything to stop him from in-game leading.
Oh, it's perfect. Here we are, up against the pistols. It's cleanly done.
4v3 here. Don't worry about that kill. Didn't happen. Oh, nice shot, but nothing. Done. Deagle's dead. It's nexing time.
And the Ghost
Ooh.
moves in the top middle. Twistzz will be there to lock it in. So 3-0. Cleanly done at 4 Team Liquid off the top.
Surely. Really good start for Liquid. Want to see what this gun round now looks like for G2 now that they have a full buy and everything to play with. No AWP yet, but T-side Anubis, you're going to be punishing that CT timing aggression. See what info Liquid want to go for if they want to make any plays out of spawn. They have Cadian's AWP. Option is there to make a move immediately.
Where do you stand on this notes discussion I saw that's been being had
Ooh.
about the notes on the... Because you see
I
there...
I do have an opinion. Yeah.
Look at Cadian. He's got notes.
I see those
So
notes.
what do you think of that?
I think the notes are good. I don't know if you should be like limiting page because I think then it just comes back to
You just change the font.
I remember back in school. I remember like some not real exams but tests. Teacher would say like, oh, you can bring one page of notes into the exam, or you just write as small as you physically can.
They didn't regulate the size.
No, what are you going to do? Miss, my handwriting is just simply tiny. I did see
handwriting, mate. No, you were screwed.
Yeah, I couldn't read it. I think the limit. I saw someone tweet. I've never seen this. I think Maku tweeted that he'd seen players with smoke lineup images in their notes. Now I think that's where the line is for me. Like if you're going to bring in images of how to throw your bloody nades, maybe just learn the nades at that point. So I think that's the limit. I think notes are
hand-drawn lineups.
There's a debate there. I think if they're well drawn, maybe I'll allow it. But for the most part, yeah, I don't think there's a problem with notes. Like if you've actually read, I've read a few pages of notes. I actually think I don't think they're harmful. I think it's helpful. It reminds you of some of your strategies, other teams' tendencies, what players like to do.
Contributes to the
I think it just makes
high level we're used to seeing.
Higher. Yeah. I think it's good, especially in those timeouts where you can't talk, to refresh yourself, read your notes. But once you start printing pictures, you've lost me. G2 out mid.
You're literally gatekeeping it by literacy.
Yep.
Okay.
If you can't read, then draw.
Okay. Here we are. Over in mid, G2, they've taken all this control. And now they're looking to creep in through dark. This is a B split in through Temple and that dark position, but they've got to get past YEKINDAR, and they will. They brush him to one side. Now it's just Naf trying to hold on. He's got support from Cadian moving in, but it's going to get here too late. Not destined to be involved is this AWP. Had that one chance to use it over in middle. And now the save is called.
A lot of money, but still calling it, so Liquid just immediately don't believe in that round. It's fine by G2. They'll take their win on the board. Spray felt like it could have been more for YEKINDAR, but well controlled by Monacy. Jiggling back in, donk style, with that crouch key. G2, they needed a clean round to get them off to the right pace here on this T side. Don't have to worry about money in the early game.
Terrorists win.
All right, determined sounding G2. I'm assuming that was them clapping.
Sure. Maybe Taz. He's got big hands. Really left it there, huh?
Didn't know how to follow it up. Like, oh, I bet he does. You know, like I've
know?
always thought that when I see them hands. But here we are, Team Liquid. Are they going to catch these hands, or will they meet them there?
Nice.
as they tried to come through with a bit of aggro over towards the A main, but swiftly sent out by that util package lobbed in from G2, the smoke molly combo. And it's easy does it right now. Once again looking to work this mid control with NiKo leading the charge there.
And Liquid have been playing very heavy bomb sites and leaving mid open, and we've even seen rounds where KD's just jiggling from camera with a Molotov, so G2 have already realized that. They're exploiting it in these gun rounds, and they're taking control, but it's where do you go with it? I want to try and stay fresh. They know we're mid open in a 5-on-5. One of these sites, whoa, has 3 players on. YEKINDAR smoke spam. He hears NiKo come through. He's just going to take the fight in the open. Nice off angle to get one more. YEKINDAR with a fantastic round here. Force G2 out. m0NESY goes in. Almost sends it too far. Quick shot. KD needs to follow up. He's alone in the bomb site right now. And he drops the bomb. m0NESY cuts down 2 rotates, but this might be too far gone. Oh, a chance for KD to end it. But now m0NESY given a chance for the ace on Anubis would not be his first. KD makes it his last. Great shooting for KD on the site. The turret.
And about time as well. About time, because, you know, on Ancient, he wasn't really needed. It didn't really matter that he wasn't, you know, ascending the scoreboard. Everyone else was looking good, but there we are. Puts that AWP to use, and even stops m0NESY on his way to a crazy attempt at the ace clutch. Real nice shots as well out of KD.
And after the round, he didn't even, you know, no standing, no hype, no screaming from KD, just right back. Okay, guys, listen, we need to do this. Staying on the ball, staying ahead of the game right now. Liquid, at least from the vibe check, the armchair psychologist, they are not putting this opportunity to waste. They know how much of an advantage they have coming into Chengdu. Even though they don't have the recent reps on LAN, they are still making the most of this chance of being fresh, being far more well-rested, and coming off the back of prac, not officials. So it's not like, you know, we've seen a lot of XX out of spawn for them on Ancient. These are things that may not work as effectively in a couple of weeks' time because teams will prep for them, they'll see, they'll work out what they're doing. They've not had the data on Liquid. No one's anti-stratting Liquid here in China. So that will obviously mean Liquid have to stay ahead of it in due course, in time, but right now it's working to their advantage.
Oh, YEKINDAR, second man there, can't quite get a beat on him. Nexa will trade that out, and now it's Naf again, left alone. Rotates moving in, and KD gonna find one through the smoke.
Sure.
His AWP is hitting, there's no doubt about it, and the rest of G2 are all trapped down here in dark. m0NESY finally gets his hand on an AWP. That nade is going to get rid of Nexa, and so now m0NESY's got to fly solo. 1v3. AWP out. And Twistzz forced into it. m0NESY knew that swing was coming. He could hear the tag. It's 1 kill in the right direction. But the bomb dropped from that smoke shot out of KD earlier on means m0NESY's got a tango on the cross. Only sees 1 man on the jump up as he swings this. He's not looking in the right place. They haven't finished the job, though.
Don't move a muscle. This layered setup is perfect for Liquid. Skullz can swing off of the AWP contact. m0NESY grabs one. And now he's on for a round. Now he's on for a 3K. Clutch up against the AWP. He spotted KD earlier on that jump. Eventually he has to cross for the bomb. KD knows he has the kill in his sights, but m0NESY wins the round. Fast as ever. You don't give this guy a slither.
Yeah, I mean, you take a swing for the king, you better not miss, right? That's the thing about m0NESY. They bring him down to, what, 12 HP, 10 HP? They nearly catch him crossing, but nearly's not enough when you're up against m0NESY.
Felt like just such a weird trade out. KD didn't have the angle forever. Then he leaves. Skullz takes it. Why did they swap? Skullz can swing off contact. They can peek together. Like, Liquid just changed their tune at the last second, and it cost them everything.
And so, you know, one of my big worries for G2 coming into this was that m0NESY wasn't, you know, lights out in these first few games, but this is the m0NESY mileage you expect on Anubis. Right now, it's essentially all m0NESY. 10 and 4.
On that dashboard. Smoke is annoying. HooXi can do nothing with it. G2 is still in their default. Again, they've got this free mid control. They're going to take a lot of space. 4 on B right now. Skullz only has info. He can't even block if they wanted to rush him. So Liquid make a nice contact, aggressive move, but it still might not matter. If Skullz falls for nothing here, this round will fall by the wayside. And there it is. Open runway. They'll just take A. The flank timing is all that Liquid have, but as soon as G2 plant and realize his site is empty, they'll be ready for the flank. This might have to just be a straight-up save for Liquid yet again.
Bomb has been planted.
Kind of a rough way for these last few rounds to have gone if you're Liquid, right? You were riding the high of those swift shots at Acadian, and then you end up having the m0NESY clutch go against you, and in this one now they gamble over towards B with the intent to aggress in the mid round, and it all comes down to that one kill you were talking about, right? When NiKo finds Skullz on that A site, the round is done. Now there's still a chance to do great damage in at the end here. For Naf and YEKINDAR, they're trying to make this one a costly round, but m0NESY is switched on, and he's going to deal with that man over towards Rugs. They're still looking to knock out these guns, but the big ticket item is that m0NESY AWP, and he gets out with it just fine.
It's a really good buy. Holy shit.
I feel like when we're stacking, it's a bit obvious in terms we're not throwing the same amount of nades. So I think we should keep blocking at least. You were blocking A.
It's a bit what when they're stacking?
Bit obvious.
Bit obvious, okay. Keep blocking on the stack so that they don't think that you've got numbers there. All right. I mean, the gap is mid.
No, I think he meant keep blocking over towards
the other
A.
side.
Yeah.
Forcing them into the stack. Okay. Like to hear it.
It's a big Russ coming through.
Got a very vocal team here, right? In the core, in YEKINDAR, ex-in-game leader, KD and Current, and Twistzz with a wealth of experience, especially in Europe. Being in one of the world's best teams. Well, the best team for a while. Mid is finally held by Liquid.
After making a crazy move all the way through water with this 5-7 as well. He's going to be right behind them on the backstab. Oh, that's the bomb. That's the bomb getting away from G2. Naf arrives just in time, and with m0NESY missing that shot, the bomb is still contained.
Smoke for smoke.
Is he really going to try play through this and just grab the bomb?
Movement boy, yeah. That's m0NESY. Hop, skip, and a grab. He gets out.
He's done it.
I always have faith in m0NESY making those moves. They could go B if they're crazy, but they don't know it's a triple flank now. Naf's been joined by Twistzz, who took those kills in middle. Set up very well off of the bait of Skullz. Now Liquid with no kit, flanking for the round.
Naf going to be that first point of contact, but he's got a lot of bodies here ready to trade him. G2 are aware that everyone is coming in on this backstab. m0NESY doesn't miss on a Naf fly the second time around. And so now it's just KD and Twistzz. Time getting away from them, and with a missed shot from that AWP, no trade in sight. This one won't even get attempted. For a moment, Liquid felt like they had G2 right where they wanted them. That bomb dropped in the back line, but m0NESY able to pick it up, able to cement it with that kill on Naf as he moves out through main. And m0NESY really living up to the hype here by the time we get onto Anubis.
Just a highlight reel of Taz fist bumping m0NESY right now because he is saving this game for G2. It's a shame that Naf only has a 5-7 there and he has nothing, no support, no other gun. Not really what you want for that position to stop m0NESY from grabbing the bomb through the smoke, but G2 make the most of that chaotic situation. They take space in the post part, which is so important. If they sit on the site or try and play towards Fountain, they wouldn't realize it was triple flank until it was too late. But they're positioned very well to stop that 3v2. Oh. Through the smoke with a break. Naf just baits for YEKINDAR. Oh, they're not going to check him. They have no idea until it's too late. Oh, that's ugly. No more. Stop YEKINDAR. 3 kills. Ices out this round in an instant.
Yeah, very well done from the B defense there across the board for Team Liquid, right? It all starts with YEKINDAR on that tear, but then reinforced with a late swing. I think it was from Twistzz out from Glyph. He's just kind of playing the long game, playing the trade. Very cleanly done. And at all stages, they kind of had these like bait and switch setups being ran, nice crossfires. Even if YEKINDAR fell here, right? Like Naf was ready to swing and help him out from behind the pillar. So there were layers to that defense for Liquid, and that's a feel-good moment. Up a few of these annoying rounds if you're Liquid, and then you find the momentum break there. You put a stop to the streak that G2 are embarking upon, and you do it really cleanly. It's like finally one of your holes has stood the test of time. You know, we've seen Liquid leaning pretty strong over towards this B site.
They're just going to explode, Harry.
Oh, YEKINDAR.
Revenge is sweet.
Can't win them all. This time caught with nades in hand, and Naf is even whittled down low. Liquid, this might just be a save.
I mean, he can be an AWPer. Cadian, just saying. Maybe swap out. That will come through, but whether Liquid retake depends on this first kill here. Are they giving anything? We've got lineup smokes coming in to retake. It's a dark smoke for Cadian. Skullz can maybe... Or Twistzz throw it into long. They've got to go quick. It's not actually the best smoke. It lands inside of dark, so G2 is still going to be able to fight for this position. Time is ticking as well for Liquid. Half gone. Entry comes in. Twistzz very low. Two players are. This rifle will rid them of any heads. Skullz trades. Someone must stick, but the boost is perfect. And that smoke on the inside of dark does Liquid no favors. That feels like a very strange smoke to use for the retake.
Yeah, it lands on like the far side of dark, like the smoke that, you know, like Twistzz would look to throw when they're trying to get out down towards the T
someone's
stairs.
Water, sure, but it doesn't stop anyone from sitting even here where Hooksy is and fighting for that post plant. Nice boost for G2. They play it perfectly. It's still a very losable round if they overswing, but they're set up as if Liquid are going for it. Liquid will pay that price. Now a move getting made. What a play. Oh.
Even this is awkward though, right? Because now when they spot him, they're just going to swing a second man out. Hooksy, double kill secured, and with it the round, this lead that Liquid had now looks to disintegrate. As it's G2 finding success after success, and sure, you had that one round come through for Liquid where they had a lovely B defense and a gnarly hat-trick put up from YEKINDAR. But back to their winning ways for G2, back to the promise of Inferno that sits waiting in the wings as the decider here.
They've heard him now, but it's worth it to grab the AWP. He can't even fire it, though. m0NESY crouches in, and G2 come through with an even half at worst, and probably a winning half, as Liquid's money has been cracked open at the end of their CT side. That's an annoying round for Cadian. He had one chance. He had to hit the shot to save his teammate. And with the miss comes both of them falling to the in-game leader of G2. Nice recovery for G2 here. This was a 4-1 start for Liquid. G2 definitely got the ball rolling. Some nice post plants. Solid mid takes. Been making Liquid question a lot with the exception of a clutch here and there. G2, even like, look how confident they are. They're just walking through the smoke. Flashes do land, but they know not one round Liquid have competed for this middle position. It comes down to a block. Again, 3 strong for Liquid. That's something.
Oh, they're going to break the smoke open and come straight through. Overwhelming Cadian and Twistzz. They're not ready for Skullz, but now they know about him. Now they can deal with him, and Hunter will. Naf barreling in through the back line, and this one still has legs on it for Team Liquid. Done far better than it was looking. That double kill from Skullz has really given them a leg up here, a reason to fight for this.
Well, this is quick. He needs to go, though.
YEKINDAR fast on the flank, and Hunter back turned. So many angles to be considering right now, and they're kind of tunnel visioned on clearing out this player through mid. That gives YEKINDAR so much room here. That one's free. Well, the next one cost them. It's just Nexa, and they sandwich him in. So Liquid, with just the SMGs, managed to even out this first half. An even split heading into this second half of play. Liquid battling back with SMGs down at the tail end of that first half. For G2, they come into this second map with Twistzz having given them a rousing speech, telling them he needed them to communicate more, get a bit louder, and wake up. And it feels like most of G2 have got that message, especially m0NESY, who very much spearheads the charge here, the driving force behind G2 on Anubis, and he's living up to the hype right now.
A monster map for m0NESY, but he's got to keep it going. It's only 6 on the T side. m0NESY will start strong. Dex Cadian in this pistol round. YEKINDAR is trapped right now, and he has a Molotov, but might not get to use it. Exit getting thrown on B-bomb, spotted. Hunter, 1 kill in the game right now. He'll just cool it off. 5v3. m0NESY has lightened the load of this round, and that bomb is trapped out on B-long, not wanting to commit into the terrifying threesome on this B-bomb site. Liquid reset, re-smoke, and perhaps we'll let Skullz play as they go for an A split. Oh dear. Nice.
Good return from NiKo. Important one of that, and Liquid, they were a little slower to this, having to rotate in late, so losing Skullz, losing that foothold that they had. They don't even know where NiKo's gotten to in all this downtime. And as they move in, this plant is anything but a guarantee. NiKo will put a stop to it, but the bomb plant found. He will make up for it as NiKo locks them out of his sight, but not before he's able to stop that bomb from getting planted. So that's going to give Liquid a nice little cash boost heading into the second round of this second half.
Yeah, a tasty little force buy here for Liquid, but safe to say m0NESY has woken up, and NiKo tapping alongside him. This is the terrible twosome parry that we want. We don't have a full force. Instead, it's just a bit of belief from Naf and his old teammate Twistzz, taking this AK and putting it to use on a T-side eco round. Gonna have maybe players jumping around this corner so Twistzz can find an entry kill, but HooXi's ready with a block.
The hits are still primed right now for G2, and Liquid try to go spilling through that, but HooXi's gonna do enough to keep them at bay. And so this one gun now for Liquid is left clutching at straws. Ugh, even naded down to half health. So at this point, maybe you're just looking for a bit of damage here if you're Team Liquid. Try figure out a way for Twistzz to make a little incision into the G2 ranks. Minute left on the clock. Cadian sending in the AK first.
Yeah, Twistzz can look for a little hole and try and find a 1v1 here rather than walking into a crossfire on that B-bomb site. There's definitely options open. Doesn't look like Nexa's overcommitting to this, so right now Liquid could get all the way into A, and all G2 would have for that is information. So m0NESY is drawn into the question here, but I think he's good for it. Oh, are they going to go for the kill on Nexa instead? Spotted out. They hear the steps. 15 seconds. m0NESY hits his, and Twistzz against the world, against all odds, and against m0NESY, which is not an easy task. G2 get rid of that forced AK, and now come through the buy for Liquid. G2 landing back on their feet, though.
Yeah, very reassuring to see. I mean, you know, I think I mentioned how Taz gave them a bit of a pep talk and asked the guys just to wake the hell up. And I say he asked them. He did a bit more than that. He was
Demanded.
Yeah, demanded them to wake up. But I think that's a pretty sound assessment. I think you could tell that G2 just looked a little bit sleepy. He didn't have the usual stars arriving. And Monacy's certainly taken that advice in his stride, hasn't he?
What an escape for Skullz. Oh my god, they still lose YEKINDAR going for that fight. Hooksy's hitting heads today. But Skullz roots A main, hears the footsteps, just jumps up into Rugs. Despite that, G2's advantage still sits. And if Liquid just trying to waltz into this B bomb site, it is well defended.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many players here. G2 should have this one locked in, just into the meat grinder for Team Liquid. G2 get churned up by Monacy. And now it's all left onto Skullz, who can't finish the job, just the one and done. Another multi-kill round from Monacy, and G2 are getting loud. They're getting hyped up on this one. Another celebratory hand slap for Monacy. Or hand embrace.
Hand embrace. I preferred hand slap.
It's not really a slap, though.
It's like a high five, but is there more contact? Does a high five imply speed, Harry? High five becomes a handshake.
I think they are very different.
Yeah, I guess one's high and one's low.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you could do a low five.
Give me a low five right now.
That was horrible. You didn't
I tried
slap
to
it.
I tried to grab it, you know. More of a closer to a handshake.
That felt disgusting.
Yeah,
right, so
clammy and
sorry, man.
hot.
So yeah, no, I mean Monacy is just on another level right now. 22-6. It's
He
like
came back.
not even fair, really, to have people play up against him when he's this good.
No, we'll talk to the admins about that. Some cheeky A nades early, but Liquid are just going to come running into this A site. Twistzz in everyone's favorite position. The late bait. But no better guy for the job right now. As they come gunning. Crossfire, ready to swing. Monacy just kills one, and Nexa takes all the glory as Twistzz in a world of death. Soon to join them. Nice and easily done for G2. This is it for Liquid. If they want to be competitive in this game, it's on this round.
Even the way that these rounds have gone is like very frustrating for Liquid, right? Because you think about it, in the round where they try to hit B, where they finally bring the guns out, what did they run into? 3-man stack. Okay, well then we'll try to go A on a kind of low buy with Tech9s and Armor. Oh, now there's 3A. So, you know, they can tell that they're getting outread just on the kind of numbers that they're running into it. It's not like there was any crazy info gathering. It's not like that was a super delayed round. That is G2 leaning that way on a feeling, anticipating the buy and what Team Liquid might look to do with it, and so this is a frustrating way to be losing rounds if you're Team Liquid.
It definitely was a while where all you would think about with Hooksy is just his individual performance, especially at the end of Go. Like, he was a weak player, but firstly, that's improved in CS2 without a doubt as an individual. He's hitting way better shots, looking way more comfortable, but his calling has also massively improved. It's felt like when G2 aren't winning titles, it's more because their stars aren't showing up. Hunter's had a down period, NiKo has had some off tournaments, and it's not actually felt like Hooksy's calling has ever really been the problem, especially not in CS2 for G2. So some nice reads, nothing surprising. Good grenade for Hunter. That'll soften them up. He needs to finish the job though. 3-11 in a very important position on this B bomb site. Hunter and Hooksy dealing with this execute.
And once again, G2, how many numbers do they have over here towards B? They've got 3. They're leaning heavy towards this side of the map.
Break.
Even going to break that smoke open. Will feed Hunter, but NiKo rather there to put up a defense to lock this one down single-handedly. It's all NiKo. Is he really on for the ace? Not going to get it, of course, as Nexa hounds down that last man, but slowly but surely, all the pieces are showing up here for G2. It started with Monacy with a heart-stopping performance. Now NiKo rising up the ranks to join him. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a G2 fan.
Liquid have been unable to get any picks in this T side. They are just executing into stacked bomb sites. Middle has been blocked. Monacy's been very mobile.
They've had 1 kill every round of the T side so far, and that is it. They are running into a brick wall right now, and there is no one to break them through it. That's the difference, right? G2, when they were encountering issues, who could they rely on? Who could step up and shatter those man advantage scenarios? It was Monacy, and then that brings them back into the game, and slowly but surely everyone's getting activated. For Liquid, there's no such luck. No one's bailing them out individually. Calling-wise, they've walked into the stacks every single time. They're being beaten on all fronts right now.
And NiKo's just racking up kills as well. 4 in that. Nice smoke nade. And every single kill on the defense on that B-bomb site from NiKo. So 11-6 and another desperate reinvestment for Liquid. Oh, if it ain't already bad, that nade makes it worse. Hunter again giving up at the right time.
Oh my god, they're not walking into a stack. What does this mean?
There's only 2 players here, Harry. How will they hold?
Wait, hang on. That's going to slow them down. If you look at the minimap, NiKo is moving over. And so here's that triple setup materializing right as Team Liquid are looking to move in.
So telegraphed every time. The Tech9's fast out dark might do something, but that molly makes them go or bail. It will be the latter. NiKo just looking for kills. Got to be careful. That AK's at long, they know it. Oh, they know there's a lot here. What you got, NiKo? Boom.
The util has been so punishing, but hang on. With NiKo dead, that was the one player with any health left removed from the round. Hunter's going to have to try and make up for it as they lose HooXi in at the back of the site. Everyone is so hurt over here towards B, and G2 are now pulling over these remaining players. Nexa arrives just in time. Naf dead. Hunter follows up, and that leaves it all on Skullz. If only his arms were just like 1 inch longer, he would have that in the bag. But instead, he's going to get wrapped on, and Nexa will finish the job as G2 sprint towards the promise of Inferno. 1 round away from taking this one the distance and denying Team Liquid that 2-0 they were searching for, that 2-0 they were hoping for. After a great start to the map as well, they opened this 4-1 up. Since that point, they found 2 rounds and nothing to show for it since getting onto this T side.
And I'm glad we're going all 3 because it's not just, you know, Inferno to finish, Harry. Some say the best third map, but more importantly, it's a great map for both these 2 teams, right? We've had 2 kind of blowouts in this series, presuming G2N now, and we go to a map where G2, as Yanku said on the desk, won every time they played it at the major, 4 out of 4. It's a map where Liquid have been outstanding on domestically, but now get to put it to the test against the best. So it seems like the perfect middle ground map to finish this series on. Can G2 get us there clean? Or will Liquid put up some final resistance? Shake off this dominant map. Hunter, say what you want about his score, but he's not been a liability on CT. He's given up Dark at the right time every round. Reinforced with util. Always bought enough time for NiKo's rotation. This time it is just Hunter though, so not only not a stack carry, but in fact a nearly empty bomb site. 1 man v the world. He's got 2 mollies though. Again, G2 just buying so much time. Look, there's going to be everyone here.
Oh, tries to break the smoke. And that will gift KD in the opener. G2, this defense starts to materialize, and now the smokes are fading. With HooXi knocked out of the round, this one might just have to get written off here and now. They're even going to lose NiKo back in the spawn. Monacy at 23-6. He's like, hell yeah, I believe we can do it. Nexa, do you believe? Nexa's like, no, I don't. And so they will just look to save here. You know, the going's good right now for G2. They don't feel the need to go and risk it in a 2v5. That would come from desperation, and they're anything but right now. The money is perfect, and they've got 5 more chances to close this game out.
It's not that many. But, yes.
In MR12, that's a lot. 5 chances, that's a lot.
Sure.
Round by round.
Surely.
Round by round.
Round by
though,
round.
Harry. That's how you look at it.
Yeah, that
I
is
have
how they gotta
enjoyed
look
seeing
at it.
Zeus back behind Liquid, like not so much in this last 20 minutes, but prior when Liquid were winning, he was getting very hyped, just getting very loud, you know, legendary coach, part of a large part of why Twistzz left FaZe to come to this project as well. Wanted to be reunited with Zeus. And yeah, his accolades speak to that as well as what we see standing behind Liquid, but later to the coaching scene, Taz bringing a lot of energy at the same time.
And honestly, I actually really like that that's how Taz is kind of elected to coach this one. I think that's what G2 have needed since the first map. Someone to kind of get them going.
Bring them in.
Yeah.
It seems like a team that suffers tilt, definitely, some of these players. And yeah, it's a different kind of coaching that these G2 players have ever had.
I think as well, you know, but if we get to a third map, like Hunter's going to go outside, splash a bit of water in his face, maybe something just to wake him up. Not outside, that'd be a weird place to do that.
Yeah,
probably in a
internal
bathroom.
water.
Cadian opens up the round with a kill on a Hooksie. And so another man advantage round delivered to Liquid to open this one up.
It's a gap. If NiKo wants to push mid, there's no one here. Oh, I say that. I'm wrong. Twistzz all the way back at spawn. Thank you, Jakey. So there is no gap. There is no way back in for G2. They, again, leave this B bomb site in control of one man.
Look, man, when you see m0NESY and NiKo group up in mid like this, they're going to do something. They're going to look to take some space. m0NESY loves aggro, plays out through middle. It is being considered, but m0NESY's now got the drop on Cadian here, and he's going to hit that flick. m0NESY, no more as Twistzz comes back in. Is he ready for a second player? He is. NiKo knocked out. And so Team Liquid, round by round, is how this one's got to come together. They've at least salvaged this mid-aggro. They've denied it. Hunter whittled down at 1 HP, barely surviving.
Oh, Twistzz is so clean right now. 2 or 3 kills in this round. 2 of them very hard shots to hit. While he's running, cancels that strafe so well. And round by round, that's 2 in a row for Liquid. 4 more to go for overtime. Those shots are really difficult to hit so cleanly when you're getting peeked into when Twistzz is running forward, but nails his counter strafe. Great mechanics, that was never a doubt for Twistzz. And deals with 2 re-aggressing players in the mid. G2 still got a fall by. They have loads of money off of that streak at the start of CT. 6 in a row. This will perhaps be coming to a close if they can't end this map soon. They'll have to start actually making decisions based on economy.
Yeah, it's been
what you want to be.
Plain sailing up until now, right? That's what happens when you lose 7 players total across 6 rounds. You do have a lot of money banked up. YEKINDAR risks it all on a smoke walk in through dark, but there's a nice response out of Cadian, and they know about Hunter. They know where he is, but they will deal with him. Bringing this one down to a 3-on-3. The bomb dropped back over towards long. Skullz might be the candidate nominated to go and get that.
This is awkward. This is going to take some serious time. If Twistzz is leaving, that just leaves Naf alone and Dark. They might not even recommit towards B. The util is going to buy them more time, though. They picked up a re-molly. That's perfect. Smoke will not stop Twistzz. He can come through that gap. Flash will delay it. But re-molly and Temple...
Delayed long enough for the smoke to fade. That's a bit of an issue. And m0NESY's posted.
He doesn't miss.
Not in this map, at least. Util pulled, but no peek on the back of it for Twistzz, who just sits here patiently waiting to see if he's given anything. NiKo's crept into the site, and right now Twistzz has missed all these timings. NiKo up close. Twistzz is going to trade it out. In that moment, he cleared so much of B that they thought that Team Liquid weren't committed there anymore. And so for a moment, G2 were out of position. And that's allowed the plant to come in. Twistzz is trying to have a real return of form in this second half, and now he's got to clutch up to keep Team Liquid on Anubis, and he'll manage it. Team Liquid riding on the wings of Twistzz right now.
That was so beautifully played. These last couple of rounds of Twistzz, he doesn't make a mistake. He makes every right decision in that pre-plant, throwing the bomb on the cross, even though m0NESY's not there, finding NiKo on the gap. He doesn't swing across the open. He hears NiKo get into the bomb site. He hunts that kill down. Naf even plays for him first, which, while not necessary, they had the info. They knew exactly where NiKo was.
This is what was lacking for Team Liquid. They didn't have that player to kind of break them back into the game, to bring them back into the fold, and Twistzz is very much emerging as that character. That's now back-to-back triple kill rounds from Twistzz.
And
that one is in the clutch to keep this comeback in.
It's not just clutch. That 3-on-3 was very difficult, with Liquid having no util and barely having the B control. They ran a similar round on Ancient. It didn't work. Rogue read it earlier on, where they slowed down in the 3-on-3 because it had to go back to the bomb. G2 fall prey to this Liquid T side as it starts to build into the game. 10 rounds feeling inevitable as G2 are locked out of the bomb site. Can NiKo save us with some flashy shots? He'll need to. His teammates are falling behind him. He's on the clock. Nice kill. NiKo needs so much more. And they are just not giving it away. They're going to cross together. An inevitable trade, perhaps. The orb crosses the bomb in. NiKo's got room. He knows it.
Oh my, yeah. He's seizing the gap right now is NiKo. With a bit of help from Hooksy, who scavenged an AK on the push out through mid. This one's brought back into a 2v2. Liquid thought they had this in the bag, but now it's hinging on these next few fights, and Skullz is looking to walk it home. Twistzz, a capable pair of hands left up in this one alongside him. And as Hooksy reroutes up into the heavens, he's going to have two players to worry about on this cross in. Skullz will make it happen. Round by round, Liquid are building back into this T side, and now they are just 2 rounds away from a shocking OT lock-in.
Liquid fans have never seen it before, Harry. It's the anti-choke. It's G2 12-6, now 12-10.
Deuce is performing the Heimlich. He's getting everyone on side.
He is squeezing them from behind, Harry. Squeezing them out, round by round. And this is it. This is the buy to beat all buys for G2. They've got everything they could possibly need to close this game. The last one is a liability. This is where G2 must take us to Inferno. But Liquid will not go down quietly. Statement streak to make in this T side. They need to match how G2 started the half with 6 in a row to reset the clock. What have G2 cooked up in the pause? They need a response. Early move. Double up A main. They get smoked out. That's changed the game plan for G2. They want to boost over instead. Put that orb to use. Honestly, doesn't buy that flash even though it hits him. Square in the face. He holds on. Fairly undefended B site for the time being, but Liquid take mid for a change. Into NiKo, his playground has been red hot in this map. And they go quiet.
NiKo about to get first contact, but it's Cadian to deal with him. Missed flash, but that's not going to slow Liquid down. Nexa up close, bit of support from m0NESY, making quick work of it, but m0NESY's got to do even more. He's been the heavy lifter. He's been the guy doing it all for G2. Some uncharacteristic misses at an awkward timing. It's all left on Acadian now.
It's the bomb.
Bomb lost here as well as Naf took it into this fight on the spawn. And Circadian, this is a very awkward spot to clutch up from. He's got to go looking for this fight, and he won't find it. G2 lurch back into form. They shut down the Liquid comeback, and they lock in a third map of Inferno, vying for their spot in the playoffs.